So in the previous class, I have explained about different functions available in strings. So the next function which is available in string, that is partition. So the function partition the strings at the first occurrence of the separator and returns the string partition in three parts. So actually we can use this partition to divide the entire string into three parts. So in the first part is before the separator, second part is separator, and third part is after the separator. That means we can partition a string into three parts by using this partition method. Okay, so in the three parts, first part is before separator, second part is separator, third part is after the separator. Okay, so we will see this example. So here string equal to the green revolution, that is the string. So here print of str dot partition. So here str is the variable name. Str is the variable name. So for example, if it is only st, then st dot. So we have here we have to use that variable name dot. Here the method is partition. So what is the partition method? It is used to divide the entire string into three parts based on the partition value. So what is the partition value here? Revolution, REV. Okay, so that is the partition part. So here the green revolution. So where is this partition part? Here, right? REV, right? So this substring is matching with this partition part, REV. So the entire string split into three parts as this is the first part, the green space. This is the first part, that means before partition, and REV as the second part, that means that is the partition itself, and third part is after the partition value, that is OLUTION. This is the third partition. So by using this partition method, we can divide the entire string into three parts. So that is first one is partition before partition part, second one is partition itself, third one is after the partition, right? So when I execute this first print statement, the output is the green, comma revolution, REV, rev, comma OLUTION. So these are the three parts. Okay. So if you see this second print statement, str dot partition of PE. So here what is the partition value, that is substring value is PE. Can you find this PE here in this given string? Is it exist? That substring, PE substring? No, right? So if there is no partition value, then it return the entire string as it is without any partition and one empty space, because there is no string after the partition value and there is no partition value, that is substring also. That's why it will return the entire string as it is, as one part and one space. That means one empty string. So that empty string is because there is no the string after the partition value, so it will return an empty string. So if that substring is not exist in the original string, then it will return only two parts. First part is the actual string, that is original string, and one empty string. Okay. So now here str dot partition of E in this third print statement, str dot, that is variable dot partition method of character E. So can anyone tell me what is the output here? So this partition method will take only the first occurrence. So where is the first occurrence of E character here? This is the first occurrence, right? So it will split the entire string as THE space GR. Sorry. Oh, this is the first occurrence, THE. This is the first occurrence and this is the second occurrence of E character. So first it will split the entire string into three parts. So in that first part, that is partition string before string is TH. So it will return the first part as TH and partition value itself and the string after the partition value, that is GREEN revolution. So green revolution. So these are the three parts. So based on the partition value, that is substring, it will split the entire string into three parts. So if there is no partition value, if it is not exist in the actual string, then it will return 2 parts. See once if we can read this. So the function partitions the string at the first occurrence of the separator. It will separate the entire string based on the first occurrence of the given substring, right? And returns the string partition in 3 parts, that is before the separator itself, and the part after the separator. If the separator is not found, like in the second print statement, there is no separator, right? So if the separator is not found, then it returns the string itself followed by one empty string, right? So here, so in this third print statement, what is the first occurrence here? This second index E character itself is first occurrence, so it will split the entire string into 3 parts. So in the second print statement, there is no separator. So then it will split the entire string as 2 parts. One is actual string and one empty string. Okay, so we'll execute it. So st equal to, so the green revolution. So the green revolution. So print variable name st dot partition of, so what is the substring here? We need to give one substring, right? So I'll give EE. So what will be the output? So here the separator is EE. It will separate the entire string as 3 parts based on the separator. It will partition the entire string as 3 parts based on the separator EE. So what will be the output? Before separator, this part,
The
separator
G,
itself,
comma, EE, comma, and revolution.
and revolution. So when I execute the code, so the gr space comma EE is a separator itself, and revolution is the string after the separator. Now print st dot partition of xy. Is there any separator like xy in this actual string?
No,
No,
ma'am.
right? Not exist. So there is no separator to separate the entire string as 3 parts. So what will be the output? The original string and one empty string, because there is no separator here, because this xy not exist in this original string, so it will return the entire string as one part, and there is no string after the separator, so it will return an empty string. So if I execute the code, see, the green revolution is the first part, that is actual string and one empty string, because there is no separator here, not exist the separator. Okay, so count method, next one is count method. So this count method have 3 arguments. So the first argument is string, and the second argument beginning, and the third argument is ending. So here we have to mention the beginning index and ending index. These two are not compulsory. This is compulsory. First argument is compulsory. These two are not compulsory. Beginning and ending values, arguments. Now, what is the use of count method? This count method is used to count the number of occurrences of the given string in the actual string. The count method, it is used to count the number of occurrences. Here, if there is no beginning index value and if there is no ending index value, by default beginning index value is 0 and ending index value is length of the string. Okay, so see this example. So here string 1 equal to hello. So this part I want to count. That means I want to count the number of occurrences of he in the given string, right? So str equal to he. So the actual string is message equal to hello world, hello hello. This is the string, actual string. So from this actual string I want to count the number of occurrences of he. Okay, so for that message dot count. So here print message, that is the variable name. So here this is the variable name. So message dot count. So this is the method name to count the number of occurrences. So string 1. So what is the value of string 1? HE, right? So string 1 value is HE. So that means we want to count the number of occurrences of HE from the beginning index 0 and the ending index length of message. That means we are telling the interpreter that count the number of occurrences of the HE value in the entire string from the beginning to the ending. So how many occurrences are there HE?
3.
We have 1. This is 1 first occurrence, and this is second occurrence HE, and this is third occurrence. So 3 occurrences. So the total count is 3. Output is 3. For example, if the starting index is 5, then how many occurrences?
2.
The starting index, 2 only, because we are telling the interpreter that search from the 5th index only. Don't consider the, that means leave the first part, just start searching from the 5th index, so that it will ignore this first part up to 5th index. So it will start searching from the 6th index only. So from 6th index to end of the string, we have only 2 occurrences of HE string. So we'll get 2 as an output for it if the starting index value is 5. Okay. So now we'll see it practically. Okay, in place of this, print variable name st dot count of I want to count the occurrences of E, number of occurrences of the character E, and I didn't give any starting index value and ending index value. What will be the output? Count
4, 3, 4.
4. 4 occurrences. So the output is 4. Yes, correct output. For example, if it is EE, how many occurrences?
1,
1, ma'am.
1.
Only 1 occurrence. Right. For example, it is Z. How many occurrences?
0, no,
0.
0 occurrences. 0. Output is 0. Okay. Then next, index value. Sorry, index method. So this index method have 3 arguments again. String value, beginning index value, and ending index value. As I said earlier, these 2 are not compulsory. These are, we can mention it manually. If you want to search the entire string, no need to give the beginning index and ending index. So here index method, this returns the position at the first occurrence of the specified value, and it raises an exception if string is not found. So index method is used to find the first occurrence of the string, right? So here this index method have 3 arguments. So here the first one is string. So we'll see that one. See here example, message equal to she is my best friend. That is the message value. So now I'm using index method in the print statement. So this is the message is a variable name, and here what is the substring? My is a substring. That means I want to search my in the actual string, that is message. So this index will return the first occurrence of this message my, right? Sorry, this value my. So what is the starting index value here? 0, and ending index value is length of the message. That means the entire string. So here without 0 and length of the message also we can write the same statement. Then also it will search from the beginning to the ending, right? So what is the starting index value of this given substring my? So the index starts from 0, right? 0, 1, 2, 3 space, 4, 5, 6 again space, and 7. So from 7th index this substring started, right? So it will return the first character index value as an output. Actually this string have 2 characters, but it will return the first character index value as an output, that is 7. Did you remember any method that is similar to this index method? Previous class I
Find
explained.
method, ma'am.
What's that?
Find.
Find. So find method is also used to return the first occurrence. That means find method is also used to return the index value of the first occurrence. Then what's the difference between find and index method? Both are used to return the first occurrence only, return the first index value, right? So what is the difference of find method and index method? Okay, I'll show you. Right. So st dot find I'll use here, find method. Here the substring is character E. So what will be the output? What will be the output? It will return the first occurrence, right?
3.
No, index starts from 0. So the output is
2.
2.
2. The output is 2. So in place of find, if I use index, what will be the output? Index, if I use index, what will be the output? Again 2. Because find method and index method both are used to return the first occurrence of the given substring, right? So now here what is the difference? Here, for example, um, if I enter Z here, the substring value is Z. And here if I use find method, then if there is no, if that particular substring not exists in the actual string, then this find method will return -1. Okay, if that particular substring not exist in the original string, then this find method will return -1. But instead of find method, if I use index, then what will be the output? Read this
0.
one. No, read this one. This method returns the position at the first occurrence of the specified value, and it raises an exception if string is not found. Now tell me what will be the output?
Error no.
Given
It
value
throws
not
an error.
found.
Will not
It
found.
throws, it throws an error. See here, substring not found. It throws an error. So here, what is the difference between find method and index method? What is the similarity between find method and index method? Find method is used to return the index value of the first occurrence of the given substring. So the index method is also used to do the same thing, right? But here the difference between find and index is if that given substring is not exist in the actual substring, then find method will return -1, but index method will return error. That means it throws an error. That is the difference between find and index. So now R index value. So this R index value also have 3 arguments: string value, beginning index value, and ending index value. So this is same as index, but start searching from the end and raises an exception if the string is not found. So in previous, so the method name is index, right? So now the current method name is R index. So this R index method will return the last occurrence of the given substring. So actually index method will return the first occurrence of substring, right? But here this R index, that means right side to left side, right? So it starts searching from the right side. So that means it will return the last occurrence of the substring, R index. And it is similar to index method only. If the particular substring not exist in the actual string, then it throws an error, R index, right? So now based on R index, can anyone tell me what will be the output of this one, E? If the value is E, what will be the output? So index method will return the first occurrence, R index method will return the last occurrence. That means right side to left side. It will search from right side to left side.
10.
10
8,
or
ma'am.
11? 11. Yes. So the output is 11 because the last occurrence of E is here. So this E character index is 11. So the output is 11. See, output is 11. So in place of R index, if I use only index, then it will return the first occurrence. What is the first occurrence here? 2. So index will return the first occurrence. R index will return the last occurrence. R index means, so it will search from the right side to left side. Index will search from the left side to right side, like this. It search from right side to left side, that is R index. So index will search from left side to right side. Okay, so in the same way we have one more method, that is last method, that is R find. So like find, we have R find also. This R find method is used to search the last occurrence of the substring. Like find method will return the first occurrence of the substring, that means index. So here R index will return the last occurrence of the substring. So this R find also have three arguments: string, beginning, and ending. So these two are not compulsory. Right now, R, okay, R find. So R find of what will be the output of R find of E? Same as R index, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Same as R index, right? Right. So now what will be the output of Z?
11.
Z.
Minus.
Yes.
Minus.
Minus 1 because this Z character not exist, right? So it will return minus 1. But in place of find, if I use R index, then
Error. Error.
it raises an error, that substring not found. For example, here the character is E and the starting index is 0, but the ending index is 6. What will be the output? Character E, starting index
2.
0, index 2.
2, ma'am. 2, ma'am.
Okay. Only because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will not consider this one. Up to 5 index only. So the output is 2. See, the output is 2. But what if the ending value is 7?
6.
6 ma'am.
6. So up to here, it will search from 0th index to 6th index because the ending value means it will take n minus 1 only. So 6th character itself, it is a E character. So it will return 6 as an output. See, 6 is an output. Okay, so like this, we can use different methods in strings. So the next topic is regular expressions. So regular expressions and pattern matching. So regular expression means it is a sequence of characters and special characters that helps to match or find strings in another string. So what is the regular expression? Regular expression is a sequence of characters that we can call it as a pattern also. So here these regular expressions are used to match a string or find a string in another string. Okay, so basically we can use these regular expressions to modify the string, like if you want to search particularly with a special rules and regulations, then we can use this regular expressions. Okay, so what is regular expression? Regular expression is a sequence of characters and special characters. Characters means all the alphabets, and special characters means dollar symbol, cap symbol, or dot symbol, question mark. All these special characters we can use in a regular expression, right? So this, the combination of characters and special characters, that part is called as a pattern, and here all the special characters are called as meta characters. So here we can call this special characters. So already told you, right, regular expression means sequence of characters and special characters. So those special characters we can call it as a meta characters in regular expression. So see, that point is here. So in regular expression, special characters also called as meta characters. Okay, and if you want to use this regular expression functions, different functions which are available in regular expressions, those are stored in RE module. The module name is RE. So to write some regular expression, then we need to import this RE module into our program, right? So this is compulsory. We need to import RE module, then only we can write some regular expressions. And we can call this regular expressions in a short form, that is uh, regex, REGEX, regex. That is a short form of regular expressions like REG and EX. This is the short form, regex. Okay, so these regular expressions are used to manipulate the entire string, to match the string or to find the string. We can use this regular expressions. If you see this example, as I told you earlier, if you want to write some regular expression statement, compulsory we need to import RE module, import RE module, right? And here string 1 equal to Sitaram, it is normal string assignment only. Sitaram is a string value that is assigned to the variable string 1. Okay, so here this, see this one, from RE module, that is I already imported, right? So from this RE module I am using search method to search something. So what is that one? Ram dollar. As I said earlier, this regular expression means it is a combination of characters and special characters, right? RAM are the characters and this dollar is a special character, right? This dollar. So we can call this special character as, what we can call this?
Meta character.
So this entire, this quotation value, we can call it as a pattern. This we can call it as a pattern. So based on the pattern, it will search in the original string. The search method will search based on this pattern. So actually this dollar symbol is used to search a particular string, and that too, that string should be the end of the string. That means, so here
Ma'am,
this string ends. Yes.
ma'am, you are not presenting.
Regular expression means, regular expression is a sequence of characters and special characters that helps to match or find strings in another strings. So here basically the main advantage of regular expression is to match the string with the some other string, or to find one string in the actual string. Then we can use this regular expressions. Okay, so in Python regular expressions can be accessed using which module?
Remodule.
The RE module. So that is regular expression short form only, that is RE. We can call this regular expressions in a short form. What do we call that? Regular expression short form?
Regex.
What is short form? Regex. Regex. Regex means that is regular expressions, which comes as a part of the standard library. So RE module, which comes as a part of the standard library. And regular expressions are powerful tool for various kinds of string manipulations. What are the string manipulations here? String searching or finding or matching. All these are easy using regular expressions. These are basically a thing that is used to describe a search pattern to extract information from the text, such as code, files, log, spreadsheet, or even documents. For example, in one document which contains 100 pages of data, from that data I want to search some particular information. Then I can use this regular expressions. So actually we can use string methods also to search for something or to replace for something. We can use the string methods also, but there are some limitations to the string methods. So in place of string methods, we can use regular expressions for better results. Okay, so in a regular expression, special characters also called meta characters, right? So the sequence formed by using meta characters and letters can be used to represent a group of pattern. As I said earlier, that regular expression means sequence of characters and meta characters or special characters. That sequence we can call it as a pattern, right? So in this example, where is the pattern? In the example 1, where is the pattern? In example 1, sequence of characters and special characters. We can call it as a pattern. Where is the pattern here?
Sitaram.
Sitaram is a string. Is it contains any special characters? No, right? So it is
Ram.
just a normal
Dollar.
Ram dollar.
Ram
Ram.
dollar.
So it is the pattern. So we need to search for this pattern in the actual string. This is the actual string Sitaram. So here we have to find search for this Ram. So here this dollar we can call it as a, what do we call this dollar? Special character?
Meta character.
What we call meta? Yes, meta character. So as I said earlier, if you want to use regular expressions or if you want to write some patterns, compulsory we need to import RE module. So import RE module, and in the second line string 1 equal to Sitaram. That means I am assigning some string to the string 1 variable. And here is the if condition. If RE dot search, that means I am accessing one method from the RE module. What is the method name here? Search. So the search method is used to search for something. So that is the first occurrence of the given pattern or given substring. So here what is the pattern? Ram dollar. So Ram we already know. Ram is only the normal characters. But what is the special meaning of dollar here? All the meta characters have some special meaning in regular expressions. So what is the special meaning of this dollar here? I already told you. What is the special meaning of dollar here? If I write dollar at the end of the string, at end of the some characters, what is the meaning of dollar here? There is a special meaning to that dollar. That is, it tells the interpreter that the string should ends with Ram. That means dollar tells the interpreter that Ram should be the last 3 characters of the actual string. Okay, so is it true or false now? Ram dollar. So it is the original string Sita Ram. Ram dollar means it should be at the end of the string only. So RAM is in end of the string, right? So is this condition true or false? True, right? So it returns a string found. So the output is string found. Okay. So same example I have written in as example 2, but here the value is different. So in example 1 value is Sitaram. Now in example 2 value is Raman. Okay. Now is it true or false this if condition?
False. False.
False. Why?
It should be end with Ram.
Yes. So because dollar symbol that tells that interpreter that the string should ends with Ram, then only it returns string found. Otherwise, no matches. Right? The expression has the meta character, right? That is dollar character. Right? So it is used to match the given regular expression at the end of the string. So here this is the end of the string. So the regular expression would match the string Sitaram. Okay. So this first example 1 is correct because this Sitaram ends with Ram. So that's why the output is string found. But in the second example it is Raman. That means the string not ends with Ram. So it returns no match. Okay. So this is only the example. I'll tell you about the meta characters and different functions which are available in RE module in the next coming slides. So clear? Is it clear everyone about regular expression definition?
Yes, ma'am.
Only 3 points. Regular expression means it is sequence of characters and special characters. And if you want special characters, that helps to match or find strings in another string. That is the first point. And we can call these special characters as meta characters. That is second point. And if you want to use these regular expressions in your program, then we have to import one module. that is RE module. 4 points. Okay, remember these four points about regular expressions. Now we are dealing with meta characters. As I said earlier, what is a meta character?
Special character.
Special
Characters.
character.
Meta characters make regular expressions more powerful than string methods. So we have string methods also to perform some string related manipulations. But here there are some limitations to the string methods. So we are using this regular expressions instead of string methods, right? So here a meta character has a special meaning. So in previous example I told you, right, what is the special meaning of dollar symbol? If the some set of characters ends with a dollar symbol, that means there is a meta character that tells the interpreter that the string should end with a particular character, then only that is true, otherwise that is not true, right? So every meta character has a special meaning, and here are the important meta characters. In that, first character is caret symbol. So this cap symbol we can call it as a caret symbol. Okay, so the caret character returns a match if the string starts with the particular word or character. So it is just reverse to the dollar symbol. Caret symbol, dollar symbol. So caret symbol returns a match if the string starts with the particular word or character. And here you can see the second character also, dollar symbol. So dollar character returns a match if the string ends with the particular word or character. Caret symbol, dollar symbol. Caret symbol returns true, returns the match if the string starts with a particular word or a character. And dollar character returns a match if the string ends with particular word or character. Right? So we'll see the example. So import RE. So first of all, we need to import RE module into our program. Whenever you are using regular expressions in our program, compulsory we need to import RE module. Then text. So this is the actual string, that is Python is scripting language. This is the string, actual string, Python is scripting language. Now x equal to re dot find all of. So this is the pattern. So this pattern starts with a meta character. What is the meta character here? Caret symbol. So caret symbol followed by Python. So where we have to search? From text variable. From text variable txt. Okay, from txt variable we need to find this Python. So that too, that Python should be the starting word of the string. Okay, then only it will display that yes, the string starts with Python. Otherwise it will go to the else part, that no match is found. Okay, so now is this sentence starts with Python or not?
Yes, ma'am. Starts.
Yes, right. So this is the highlighted one, Python. That means this string started with Python. Yes, this condition is true. Here, this find all method, it is used to find the all occurrences of the pattern. Find all method will return all the occurrences of the patterns. So what is the occurrence here? First occurrence itself, that is Python. So it will return that matching value only. So if x, what is the x value now? What is the x value? So this find all method, find all method will return the matching string. What is the matching string here? Python, right? Here matching string is Python, right? So it will return that Python only. So if x means other than 0, if there is any value, then the condition is true. So it enter into the if block and print, yes, the string starts with Python. Okay. So here first we have to import RE module, that is first line. Second line is to assign some value to the variable called txt. Some value means Python is scripting language, or this is my class, or this is my room, anything, right? So the third line is here we are matching something. What is this value here? X equal to, x is a variable name, equal to, that means we are assigning this entire statement value to this x variable. So here RE is a module name dot find all method. What is the find all method? It will return all the occurrences of the matching value. It will return all the occurrences of the matching string, right? So inside of find all method, we are passing something that is pattern, regular expression pattern. So the pattern starts with caret symbol. So if there is a caret symbol, that returns a match if the string starts with a particular word or character. So what is the word here? Python is a word. That means compulsory the given string, the given sentence should start with Python word. Then only it matches the string. Otherwise, it will go to the else part, that no match is found. So where we have to search this Python string, we have to search in txt variable. What is the value inside txt variable? Python is scripting language, is the value inside the txt variable. So it will search txt variable about that is this sentence starts with Python word or not. If it is yes, then it will display that yes, the string starts with Python. That means this value assigned to the x variable. That means that is other than 0 value. So it will display that yes, the string starts with Python. Okay. For example, if it is in place of Python, if I write like is, cap symbol, like caret symbol followed by is it true or not? Is this string
False.
starts with is? No, the string not starts with is. So it will go to the else part and displays this no matches found. Display that no matches found. Right? So we'll execute it. Okay, we'll take this green revolution only. So what is the next statement? St equal to green revolution. Before that, what is the first statement? Is to write program by using
Import
regular
R.
expression. Yes, first statement is import RE. Import RE, and this is a statement, that is I am assigning some value to the variable st. Now what is the next statement?
If
What is the next statement? Some variable, right? Some variable x equal to or n equal to then
string dot find all.
directly string dot find all.
Re dot find. Re dot string dot find.
Re dot find all.
Find
Re dot, that is module name dot find all method. So inside the method, quotation start, the string should start with the, right? So caret symbol followed by the, quotations close. So where we have to search for this the value? In the
string.
string. So that is st. So the variable name is st. Close and check the condition. If of n, this condition is true, it is found, or yes, it is found. If this condition is false, then it will go to the else part and print no, it is not found. Okay. Now if I execute the code, yes, it is found. So SN displaying because I didn't write anything other than S. So for example, if it is small the, now what will be the output?
No.
No.
No, because it is a small letter, right? So it is not matching with the first string. So it returns no. Okay. So in the same way, we can use dollar also, but dollar symbol at the beginning or ending?
Ending.
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 Right. So in place of this caret symbol, if I use dollar here, so when we can use this dollar symbol to check whether the particular string ends with the the or not. So here in this example, is this string ends with the?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Now what will be the output?
No.
No.
Okay. No. So let me execute it. So no. Output is no. So instead of the, if I write ion, or if I write revolution, is it true? Yes, right? ION. If the string ends with ION, yes. So the output is yes. Right? So this caret symbol is used to check whether the string starts with the particular pattern substring or not. This dollar symbol is used to check whether the particular string ends with a particular substring or not. So we can enter a single character or some words. Okay, meta character. So is it clear? Caret symbol and dollar symbol.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, remaining will continue in the next class.